Hello everyone. My name is Anita Sen, your science teacher from Shri Rama Bharti Public School. Today I will explain few topics from reproduction in plants. So let's start. Today we will discuss vegetative propagation, the another method of reproduction. Now, their new plants are found to grow from the vegetative parts of the parent plant that is known as vegetative propagation, the type of reproduction in which the new plants are found to grow from the vegetative parts of a plant. What are these vegetative parts? Such as root, stem, or leaf. These are the vegetative parts. So when the reproduction takes place with the help of these vegetative parts of a plant, then it is known as vegetative propagation. Now, the vegetative propagation by natural means. In nature, most plants reproduce vegetatively, means they are reproduced with the help of stems, roots, or leaves. Now, first of all, we will discuss from stems. Now, new plants can grow either from horizontal stems or from underground stems also. The first is runners. Now, as the name is indicating, the runner, what is runner? A runner is a which can creep some distance away from the mother plant on the ground, root itself at the nodes, and then it grow into a new plant, like the grasses. Then second, you can see it is stolons. Now, what are stolons? Stolons are lateral branches. They are lateral branches and they arise from the base of the stem. And stolons initially grow upwards and slowly droop to the ground. The best example of stolons are wild strawberry. Then comes offset. Now, an offset is a short horizontal branch that arises from the axil of a leaf. The branch elongated to a certain length. The branch elongates to a certain length and then produces leaves at the nodes and a cluster of roots that fix to the ground, as you can see here. And the offset then breaks away from the mother plant and leaving the daughter plant, which then grows to an independent plant body. Then comes suckers. Now, what are these suckers? Suckers grow from the underground part of the main stem. You can see the underground part of the main stem, that is sucker. It develops root underground and then grow and upward, giving rise to a new plant. Then the most common example is chrysanthemum. Then some plants have underground stems that are swollen. Why they are swollen? To store food and have buds which can grow into new plants. First example for underground stems is tubers. Now, what are tubers? Now, they are having a projection on the skin surface. They have a you can see here they have the projection on the skin surface which are known as eyes. These are called eyes. If a piece of the potato containing the eye is cut and planted in the soil, what will happen? After some time, it will develop roots and shoots and grow into a new plant. Now the bulbs, like in the onion, there is a terminal bud. You can see here it is a terminal bud at the center. And fleshy scale leaves that store food surround the bud. And the best example of bulbs are onion, garlic, tulip, and so on. Then comes rhizome. What are rhizome? Rhizomes are underground stems that have scaly leaves. That have the scaly leaves on at their nodes. You can see the scaly leaves on at their nodes, and the axil of the scaly leaves has buds that grow into new shoots, like in the case of ginger. Then comes corm. What is corm? Corms are the swollen stems. They bear buds on the axil of their scaly leaves, which grow into new plant, like in gladiolas. Now come the next from the roots. Now some plants like sweet potato and dahlia, they have swollen roots. And these roots are also called tuberous roots. These roots have small buds which gives rise to new plants when they are planted into the soil. Then comes the leaves. Plants like bryophyllum, they produce the buds from the margin of the leaves. You can see the buds arrive here from the margin of the leaves, and then the roots are also there, and later on they drop off from the leaves and fix them to the ground, and then they grow into new plants. Now, the vegetative propagation can be taken by the artificial means. Till now, we have seen that was the natural means. Now, in the artificial means, the cutting. The cutting here, the stem of the plant is cut and planted in a new pot or soil. And the cut stem eventually develops roots and shoots and then grow into a new plant. Then comes grafting. Now in the grafting, it involves two plants of the same species. A stem cutting from one plant is inserted. You can see the stem cutting of one plant is inserted into the second plant, which is rooted to the ground. The first cut part is known as cycle, and the second, which is rooted, it is stalk. Then it is grafted. The grafted area, then it is covered with a layer of soil, and soon this stalk and cycle they join together, and then they form a new plant. Then comes the layering. What is layering? This is the method in which a part of a branch on the plant is bent down. You can see it is bent down and covered with the soil. The remaining part of the branch remains above the ground. Then a heavy brick is placed over here. Once the root starts developing, new shoots will start to grow from the ground. And then again, a new plant will take place. So this is all about for today. Time to say goodbye.